Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to a very slow crop synthesizer. Fortunately, this does take almost 10 minutes in the crop synthesizer, and I think because there is uh, loss, cable loss or whatever, we don't actually get enough power in this thing. We're just about there, but as we can see, it's slightly not getting enough. It's probably like 1 or 2 EU per tick it's not getting. So having a battery in there definitely helps. But yep, that is working there. Now that is for the yellow stone lily, because I want to throw that in the farm that we made, our greenhouse. Now we only have 4 slots, unfortunately. So right now we have Blackstone Lily, Enderbloom Seeds. So there is only one more I can fit in there, and I have no idea which one I want to do. I don't think we need red granite at the time being. We don't really need aluminum. We don't really need potassium and silicon. I haven't actually looked at the silicon. Oh, we're up to 7,000 of that poly stuff. This is just slowly working through that. Very, very slowly. Just the way I've set it up, it's not super fast. We could speed it up if we really, really wanted to, but basically this is the bottleneck, pretty much. So it just, as that is processing the salt that we get from the thing, that's the bottleneck. So it's working just very, very slowly. But I mean, as of now, we have 7,000. It doesn't really matter. All right, I do have this still running. It's chugging along, and I think we are at, yeah, we're just about 10,000, but we're getting that quite a bit because I have turned on the PTFE. I finally have that running again because we are producing a whole bunch of fluorine with the... Man, that is still going. We are producing a whole bunch of fluorine with the biotite that we get from the greenhouse now. So, yeah, we have 24,000 biotite. And that is... Each one of those is 5. Each one of these is 5 black granite. So that is, like, crazy. If we think about that, it's 100,000 black granite right there. I think it is turned off at the moment because, yep, it is full of fluorine. But this is chugging along because we are using fluorine right here. I could be a little bit better with this process. We do get hydrochloric acid from this, but I really don't feel like setting up a thing to break it down. So I'm just kind of letting this just run and fill up our chlorine. I mean, we're draining a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, so how much did that say on there? I want to get this going again. Because I want to see the thing. Also, I need to upgrade this. I don't remember. I want to do Ivy. The problem is these field generators. I don't have nether stars, and I need to get a way to get nether stars. Obviously, we're gonna get nether star ore eventually, but that is a long, long way away. I hate that error. Wish I could see where that is. I think that's like tier 7 or something like that planet. It's a long time away before we get that. Now, there is other options to get nether stars. Obviously, killing the wither would be one. These would be another. But, yeah, this just requires a whole bunch of nether stars, whereas this actually doesn't. I could just go for this one, but again, we need 2 nether stars. So, not in the cards right now. Also, it stays green even though it's not running. Not sure why. It'll fix itself probably if I... yeah, do that kind of thing. Alright, so let's go through this in the farm. So input, I will throw that in there. We'll run that. I don't know if there is an easier way to... ooh, that didn't seem like it. Did that not accept the seed? Alright, well that's a bit... I don't like that. Usually it does accept it, right? Is it not? No, it shouldn't be... yeah, we can't change the mode, so... set up in input mode. Oh, no, this is an input bus. I mean, why would a black stone lily work in there, but a yellow one doesn't? That seems a bit funny. I am actually going to craft up a input bus, or just use this one as well. I wonder if... do we think this one will work? Probably not. I think it needs to be on the bottom layer, doesn't it? Except inner bottom one. Oh, maybe not. If we do... I'm just so worried I'm gonna, like, lose... so worried I'm gonna lose the seeds that are in it. Alright, so I think that works. Yeah, that works fine. Alright. Setup. Input mode. Let's try that. Why you... oh! I know why. Doesn't have the granite with it. And I don't remember which granite it uses. What does this one use? Sandstone, endstone. I think I was using endstone, wasn't me? No. Yeah. Alright, so that's what happens when you don't do that. Alright, we're learning. It's okay, we're learning. Alright, I'm gonna face that down just so I don't have to look at it. Prefer not having the big square. So what was I doing? Normal operation. Alright, there we go. So we'll take a look at what we get in 5 seconds. So 20 endstone dust, a whole heck of a lot of black granite. But yeah, 40 endstone dust is 2 platinum metallic powder. So, you know, we can process that. Oh, holy cow, that is so fast. We can process that all down in the thing if we want. Now, I do want the helium, because I've actually had to use helium a few times now, especially for the superconductor wires. For the hatches, you do need helium. So I want to save that. We're going to have to put it in a thing here. Where do I want to put it? I may even... no, I don't know. I was thinking, like, maybe I would even do a upgraded thing. Like, some of this stuff I really don't need. Carbon dioxide, I don't really need to be keeping it. And, like, no, palladium I think we do need. Ooh, that one's empty. I need to get that going again. Yeah, that's not even full. We're going through that a lot with all the cables. There was... I think rhodium can be... maybe not. I don't want to have that stuff being voided accidentally. So, alright, we'll just have to craft up another one. We have room right here. Well, we have plenty of room anyway. We have lots more channels now. Okay, we are back. I have set up the tank over there, and one, this is looking pretty bad. But I have the stocking input bus to the endstone dust there, and the black granite But as I started doing this, I realized this isn't quite as good as I was thinking originally. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to just disable that so we can see what we get. One is, this is very, very slow. That's 128 seconds, as we can see. I did not realize that. We look at that. This recipe is actually 576 seconds. Now it does say 36 endstone dust. This is overclocked. So I believe it does multiple ones at a time. The reason I think that is because I got... Well, originally I got 64 buckets, and I realized we were voiding some, so I replaced the hatch to a bigger one, and we ended up getting from one process 103,680 liters of helium. So obviously we're doing we're doing many more parallels of that for 128 seconds. So that's not too bad. I'm curious if we're gonna like void stuff there. But as we can see, I didn't notice these actually have a percent chance too. It's not 100%. So we're not even 100% chance on the sand. So I wanted to kind of see what we get from that one thing. So there we go, 103,000. 103 buckets of helium, which isn't actually not bad. That's almost like 1 bucket a second. It's actually not that bad. All right, so this is what we got from this. Now, I almost feel like I should... We should just do the output thing. Man, look at that. 812 sand. Okay, so if I'm going to be doing this, I definitely... How many... I don't know how many we used. How many processes is that? I have no idea. I would have to do math. Sand's going to have to go in a drawer, though. If we're crafting up 800 and something of that at a time, that's going to fill up the A system really, really quick. I guess since the helium is... Yeah, the helium is 100%. What is that? 103,680. Let's just divide that by what? Can't remember. 4320 was it? All right, that's doing 24 at a time. So 24 times 36. Oh, that's doing 864 endstone at once. Wow, that's doing almost 1,000 endstone. Holy cow. I mean, that's really cool. So 1,000 endstone every 100 seconds. I mean, yeah, I think that could probably keep up with the thing, which, by the way, is going absolutely... Didn't we have 18,000 last time I hit record? Holy cow, is that thing going crazy. Also, black granite. Hello, 138,000. Holy cow. We're gonna need like a dozen centrifuges just to keep up with that thing. Holy cow. What about like ender pearls? I don't remember what we were at with the ender pearls, but okay, so I'm gonna have to sort that out. I think I may actually just... should we do that ME, the stocking thing, the output? I don't think there's any reason not to output bus this one. Should we just... It just goes directly into the thing, doesn't it? It's the exact same recipe, is it? I don't remember. I just made the recipe, I never even looked at it, to be honest. I just shift-clicked it in. Well, that's going to be an issue. Help. It's the exact same recipe. Output bus should be a 2. All the outputs are 2s, the inputs are 1s. Alright, well. So much for that. I mean, I guess I could just craft this up and then... like, switch it out. Just say, like, okay, it's a bug. That is definitely... I mean, that's the recipe I'm doing for the input bus. It's gonna do the input bus, whether I say... But, alright, so I guess we'll do that. I think... I mean, I can't get a bigger input bus than that anyway, so... Okay, Well, we're gonna do that. I have this saved to helium right here, so I'm gonna. This is kind of like a special one. I may even at some point craft up a dedicated centrifuge for this stuff. If it comes to that, if we need lots of it, maybe I will. Because this is basically going to be permanently running. If I have that greenhouse running, that thing's never going to turn off. Between that and the black granite. I think I set everything up correctly, right? Okay, let's do this. By the way, thanks for fixing that. That's amazing. Okay. So, well, that's that. Always fun to check that out. Also, I'm doing a little more testing on the backbone cables. So let me do that right now, and then we'll come back and start moving on. Okay, so we are back, and we have 93,000 sand. That thing is just running like absolute crazy. The centrifuge cannot keep up with it, obviously. Not really a big surprise with those super long recipe times, but it's keeping up with the end stone, not keeping up with the black granite as well. But yeah, this thing is just chugging along, pumping out silicon dioxide by the hundreds. So I think I'm going to actually set up that. I'm going to process this, and now it's not like a centrifuge recipe anymore. It looks like you have to chemical react it with magnesium to get the silicon out. But the magnesium, like 2 magnesium, you get 4 magnesia dust. But you can actually just electrolyze this back down to get the 2 magnesium back. You do get the oxygen out of the silicon. So I think I'm going to set that up. But before I do that, I want to finally get this thing done. And that one... Oh, that's right. I don't have a lens for that because I ran out of slots on that. I remember that. This... Oop, I need to... No, I think I do have the recipe. Yeah. I have set up just a fluid extractor so I can put anything with like a fluid that's not one of these, you know, like radon, which, by the way, I have to hook that up to my thing. Anything that's not one of these, we'll just put it in there. Right now, I think I only have the one recipe, but any chemical reactor that I need to melt down something, we can do that finally. Because I've just been doing that manually the whole time. I never had this set up. I don't know why I put off so long just putting that there. But yeah, I was just doing it manually. I wonder... No, these are all assembly recipes. I think I'm going to set up an assembler as well. I still need to figure out... I really need to figure out all those recipes. Alright, so that... Yeah, sure, why not? I was like, we're gonna use them. They're used in the hatches. I just was the IV hatches. I just want to make sure this works. I think I set it up all correctly. That takes a second. Also, it was pointed out to me on my Discord server that there is something I didn't realize there was included in the update, and that is quad input hatches for fluids. So I can actually replace a whole bunch of the... One of the biggest annoyances with this for me is the hatches. There's no more room for any more hatches, especially if you have a double energy hatch. So I can actually condense these all down to one block, which, not gonna lie, that is pretty amazing. I mean, they could have just let you put input hatches on the top, but hey, I'll take it. That's actually really, really cool. So now I could, you know, instead of having 3 fluids, I could have 12 if I wanted. I don't know if that's going to change much. Recipe-wise, this is still going to be my tungsten thing, just because that recipe is annoying. So I have to have that split out into its own recipe, and the carbon one as well. Basically, the recipes with carbon. You annoy me. But, yeah, we're going to switch that out. Oh, wait a second. How would I... how would I deal with that? The P to P. How would I deal with that? Putting 4 in there. Alright, that might... We might have to do a quad stainless pipe. And then have the P2Ps connected to the pipe? That's an interesting... That is a bit of a... Yeah, that's a little bit of a dilemma. Alright, so maybe they're not... they're not as easy as I was thinking they were going to be. Alright, so... Yeah, that is that. Did that work? The P2P? Did it? Oh, did I... Oh, I forgot to do that. That should go in there. It did not go in there. Did it go in there? Oh, it's already running. Alright. That went so quick, I didn't even notice. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Automated. Finally can take that off there. Okay. Hop-up bus. I'm gonna remove this since this recipe should have a 2 there. And, okay, next thing I'm going to do is the silicon thing. So I need a chemical reactor and electrolyzer. I guess we'll just do... I'll probably just do 1. Man, there's no way that's going to keep up with... I mean, this is actually not... This isn't that expensive, to be honest. Right, I switched that glass out, I think. Did I? I don't remember. No. Yes? Yes, I'm doing different glass now. I don't want that. Electro... There it is. I can't remember which one... There. I switched that glass out because I've automated the other one. Alright, so it's actually... what is that? Molecular something? Yeah. Alright, so I'm not doing that glass anymore. We're doing the IV... What the heck's it called? That one. I guess I could just do... No. There you are. Alright, cool. I mean, I could probably still do the other one, but it's a bit of a pain. Alright, so I guess, yeah, we'll do the electrolyzer. And, it needs the big one. There we go. I really should also expand those a bit. I've gone ahead and craft up a large chemical reactor, the electrolyzer. I'm going to try something new here. Now, I did try these before the update, but it crashed the world. They were really, really crashy. But there's item filter covers, there's an import and an export. I'm going to try both. Now, import obviously would go on this. So what I'm going to import is the magnesium. So if I put this on here, I may crash. I didn't crash. All right. So whitelist. Ooh. How? I'm like, how am I supposed to? My inventory disappears. I guess I probably have to click on that with the item. There we go. All right. That was a bit funny though, isn't it? I can't remember where that happened before with something filters. All right, so there we go. Whitelist for that. I'm gonna try the export as well, and this is we go right there, and we didn't load the world, so that is good, and we will not right click on that apparently. There we go. So that will whitelist. I could have done it the other way. I usually prefer whitelist though. So I can look at it and be like, okay, so that's going through there, as opposed to what's going through there, because it's just not that. Okay. So I think that'll work. That should, in theory, just send the stuff in. Now that makes... That's not what I wanted to go in there. Whitelist mode filter. Well, that ain't working. Unless this export thing is being the weird... Is that the, like, weird in-out thing? Maybe... Yeah, that wasn't right. Alright, let me do a little more testing. Okay, it feels like it is, doing something weird. Like, it's not outputting the magnesia stuff. Whether I do either or, it doesn't seem to make a difference. But, actually, I don't know if those filters are working at all, now that I'm thinking about it. Because that had silicon in there. Yeah, because that should have been... Yeah, whitelist, import. I'll try the other way. Ah, that's exporting it out. Okay, so that's what it's doing. Alright, so... Okay. Well, that has got to be even more confused. It acts like a conveyor belt out, is what it's doing. And this would be a conveyor belt in. But it doesn't appear to be... Oh, I wonder if... Because these... The pipes auto-input? Wonder if that's what the issue is. Yeah, since the pipes kind of auto-input, I wonder if it's not... It doesn't work on... the pipes, maybe. Alright, so I'm gonna have to test that a little bit. Okay, I think... I'm actually... Now that I think about it, I think either this is switched or it is click this button for blacklist mode. It's actually in whitelist mode, I think. What I have actually done, and now that I just figured that out, I'm like, I don't know if this is what the issue was, but I put a buffer, so magnesia, whatever, and in theory, nope, man, just don't know. It seems to, like, it doesn't ever stop. I just don't know if these, like, I don't know if this is actually... I don't want it to... Don't emit energy. No, I don't want that. Grr. Okay, I've done a bunch of testing and I can't get the chest buffer to not output items with redstone, without redstone. Can't get it to work. Now, what I was trying to do is use the item covers so I could do this in one block and I cannot get the covers to work with the pipes. The export pipes, the import pipes, they just do not work with these pipes. I think it's because they automatically output, and it just isn't taking account the covers. But what I have done is we've crafted up a super chest. And if you don't know, it's just kind of like a drawer, but like a tech kind of drawer. Basically, it is just stores lots and lots of items. But what I've done with this is made it a buffer, and then inputted stuff into here, and then it ended up splitting up the items. So I guess we're gonna try this as the buffer. Now, if I could put... I basically just need an item, like a chest or something, to put the covers on. And unfortunately, there's no, like, GregTech chest. I wish you could put it on, like, these chests or something like that. I thought maybe I'd be able to do it with these chest buffers, but it does not work. So we'll just try this super chest, and basically we're gonna throw that in there to clear it out. We'll do export buses on the thing. I think that's what we'll do, because input doesn't seem to work. All right, and unfortunately you do need to click on it. So we'll do export. So pull the items out of this. With that, I want a magnesia, and it's basically the opposite. So this actually means it's in whitelist mode. That is, I don't know if that is intended, but yeah, it is, like, it's switched. Alright, so in theory, if I do this, it goes in there. If I do this, it does not go in there. Alright, cool. So we got that. And then the other part is just doing this. Export. Right click. and make sure that is on whitelist. That'll go in there. So if I put that in there, it should end up in here. If I put that in here, it has nowhere to go, can't go in there. Alright, so there we go. I'm gonna have to use these as buffers, unfortunately. But the problem with that is you can only fit one item in it. So, yeah, I also thought about using drawers, but you can't put covers on drawers either. So, yeah, I really just wish there was a item. Well, the buffer would be perfect, but it auto outputs. So, and then those auto outputs ignore the covers. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. That will auto output into there. And the reason I'm using the GregTech pipes is, one, I really like using GregTech pipes. Two, I wanted to test out these covers. And three, item conduits are just not fast enough for some of these machines. Alright, so let me put the rest of that in there. Alright, it is ending up in there. But that would mean the silicon gets stuck. But I don't know, we'll see if it works. I do need to do that. Is going to be oxygen. Let me just hook that up really quick, and then we'll call it, because I am getting low. It's not keeping up with the oxygen I turned on. No, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted it up here. This should be, yeah, that one. I've turned on, I can't remember what I turned on, but it went through all my oxygen. So I'm using this for silicon and oxygen as well. All right. That's just going to take a second. That should do that. Okay, so I think I don't have an item thing on that, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, so that's putting the oxygen, or the magnesium, in there. Let me turn this back on. Safe mode enable. Don't like that. I'll probably increase the size of the output bus. I mean, it's basically working, right? Yeah, it was actually working. Alright, cool. I'm just curious if this needs to... That is really quick, actually. That is faster than that. So no matter really what I do is... Yeah. I don't really like it flickering on light, but okay. So I may mess around with that. Anyway, we got to see a couple new mechanics. I'm going to see what I can come up with this to try to keep it nice and tidy. I don't know, with the P2P might be a bit funny, but we'll see. I thought that was going to be faster. I didn't even look at to be honest, I didn't even look at how fast the recipes are. That is really quick though, isn't it? Yeah, see, it has to wait. That's just really not ideal. Anyway, I'll see if I can come up with anything else. That's going to be it for today, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.